What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys, and today I have a review of the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Megatron. Alright, my zillions, you certainly cannot do Optimus Prime and not do Megatron back to back. We usually, not always, but we usually get them to be with each other here, and it is no different. Here we have the Voyager class Megatron from Wave 1. We're still awaiting Wave 2, so I'm still within good time limits here to be doing these reviews. And I am very happy to do this one because it's not a bad figure. Like, I feel like in a lot of early reviews it's gotten a bum rap, but it's not that bad. It's not without its faults, but it's not terrible either. It's got a pretty decent look about it. So let's get it off of this turntable and have a closer look. First and foremost, the accessories. We got this telescopic laser strike launcher. Megatron sword. That's what I'm calling it. It's Megatron sword. Come on. I mean, yes, whatever they want to call it. Sure, it's got a telescopic thing there. It could launch things. I don't know. Fine. I'm good with it. I like to call it his sword. It's sword-like. It fits in his hand like a sword. It's a sword. If it looks like a sword, it's a sword. It's my toy. I can say whatever I want about it. You can also stick it here. And maybe you're doing your telescopic thingies with it there. So you can do that. You could put it here. Maybe that's where it's doing its telescopic thingies. However you want to do it, it is there. And it's actually pretty cool. I do dig it. It's got a nice silver in it, and the black is sharp. It is surrounded by this gray sword. But otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. Also, when these are together, it's called the Particle Beam Mega Launcher. It also drops his elbow down. Of course, Megs comes with a standard issue Fusion Blaster here, looking good. Nice sculpt there, just done in black, but that's all I need. It looks awesome on there. Just classic blaster. Yeah, it's good. There's nothing about it that's bad. His fusion cannon. So yeah, I dig it. Good job there. And that fusion cannon is really just like part of Megatron. I just consider it part of the overall look. So let's continue with that. He looks pretty good starting with the head sculpt. I do dig it. It works very well. Nice, good, serious Megs. I really like his eyes done in that sinister red, the little black above on his eyebrows there. Those look pretty cool. Silver face. Sculpt is really nice. He's got like very serious look to him. I wouldn't mess with this dude. His helmet looks good. It's got some of that battle scars damage there. It's fine. Overall, that is it's in a good amount of places. You got it here in the chest, on the arms here, on the front of the arms, something on the sides. You do have it on his legs from here, his knees down. That looks pretty good in silver. So you do have it on his backpack here, on the back. The backpack is probably, not the best look, but it doesn't look crazy. It looks like an actual backpack, like he's carrying something. So I don't mind it. I do like how the silver looks up there. That's fine. The chest is perfectly G1 Megs, in my opinion. I think that looks good. His arms look fine, nicely sculpted. And the legs, they're fine as well. I like it. The feet look good. It got some silver here. The black here looks good. This like kind of I don't know what kind of color this is, like copperish, not really like brassy look. Actually, that's the same color as this, so that's pretty good. I do dig it. It's like a warm gray. The red here where it's supposed to be. The Decepticon symbol in the middle is, tampoed fine. And then blue, yellow, all done very well. So that's all good. The paint is nice on him. I like it. You have this, which is no good. But, you know, we'll talk about that more in articulation, I guess. But that is the only thing stopping this guy from being, like, perfect. Not perfect, but, like, stopping this guy from having a bad look. Because otherwise, that's a pretty good Megatron, in my opinion. All right, and speaking of de-articulation, let's just do it. So this is no good. I'll just mention it again. This should have had something that, like, pulled out and, like, clipped into there or something. I guess it's an articulation point, but yeah, that's just, he just does that a lot, and that's just no good, you know? Otherwise, this is on a ball joint. It just goes up and down just so ever so slightly and goes side to side, is what it is. You do have waist rotation. You have a joint here, hinge there that goes outwards and up and down. It is kind of like mushroom peggy in there. Mushroom Peggy? Who's that? You do have rotation at the elbow. A nice hinge there as well. Not really a hinge. Kind of a swivel. No, it's a hinge. Then this hinges. This is definitely a hinge. Back and forth. Can do the splits perfectly. Of course, most of them can. Kicks up that much. Back that much, gets a little hindered by the back. You can move it if you want, if you need to. Then you have a thigh rotation there. You have a nice knee joint. No ankle tilt at the ankle. Where else? And barely back and forth. So that is a problem there for sure. His feet needed... there's an ankle tilt there. I forgot about that. I didn't know. It was just very, very, very tight and attached up to something. Now it's all broken and loose. So you do have it if you need it. There you go. That is his. Can he stand with that? Can he stand? Oh, I don't know. He's gonna do some splitting. I guess that's fine enough. Kicking off our size comparisons with his counterpart in Optimus Prime. Studio Series Barricade, little Barricade. SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider build. SH Monster Arts Godzilla 62. And Leader Class Megatron, who's kind of leaning in there. And with that all done, let's get this dude transformed. And here is Megatron in alt mode, his tank mode. The turret does spin, which is good. This does not raise, which is not so good. I wish it did, but no, it doesn't. This part is really nice, as we saw before. The silver, the red looks good on there. The red looks good around him. You can see some of the battle damage, which is nice. Really does come through in tank mode. You got the red there. You got little lights there. Nice, you know, not so bad. These parts here end up being really cool looking. These little vents and stuff. The wheels are gray. It rolls. It rolls okay. His feet are just hanging out in the back, and that's not so hot. I mean, most of it is really not so hot. It's not like the greatest tank Megatron alt mode, because just this whole back section just looks pretty bad. Wished it was, I mean, his feet come out. Like, why couldn't they make it so you were able to just, like, stick it back there. Stick it in the side there. You know, I don't know. I felt like it's like a step off there, you know? I wish I wish I was off. If I'm off, please tell me, because this is ruining it for me a little bit. But you do see these here in the back, so that just looks like it's supposed to be there like that. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to go crazy about it, but that's about it. For some size comparisons, a couple size comparisons for you. Here is Movie the Best Prime and G1 Bumblebee. Final thoughts, I gotta start out with something I actually didn't get to talk about, but the transformation back into Megatron is not fun. It's just not fun at all, at least for me. I don't like transforming things, so there's that to consider, but man, I did not enjoy that. Going into the tank mode, it's fine, I guess. It's okay. But honestly, yeah, that was not fun. So I definitely wanted to mention that. Felt like I was gonna break the toy a couple times there. But the look of this figure is decent. Let me bring this down just a bit here. The look of this figure is decent. He looks like a good Megatron. I do like his two weapons. They look cool on their own as a sword. And his cannon there. So the battle damage looks cool on him. His head looks cool. Got some weird articulation points. I don't like what they did with the head, but you know, honestly, overall, I don't mind this guy. Don't like him as much as Optimus, but not a terrible Megatron in the least bit. Alright guys, and that is my review. Hope you dug it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.